My name is Emily Sides, and this is my Modern English Syntax Final Paper presentation. My major is education at Texas Tech University with a specialization on English and social studies in the middle level. So the fact that one of the prompts given was the history of how modern English came to be sparked my interest. I started researching the transitions between Old English and into Middle English and Modern English. And in the middle level classrooms that I've observed being a student teacher, I've noticed a struggle to comprehend and translate Middle English works like Shakespeare and even Beowulf that was written in Old English and translated into early Middle English. The vocabulary and sentence structure is just very different to what the students are used to. However, I do think it is important as a teacher to look at how modern English came to be and the reasoning behind different aspects. I've taken notice to the increase of Latin or Greek root lesson plans in the different middle level English classrooms, and the purpose of those is just to help the students gain a better understanding of the words that they are using or why sentences are structured that way. So Old English, the history behind that was there originally 4 dialects in the different parts of England. West Saxon being the most common because most authors lived in southern England, which is where West Saxon originated from. And the most common difference in Old English and Modern is that Modern English includes the letter J, K, Q, V, and Z. However, the Old English alphabet has more vowels and less consonants than Modern English alphabet. Another noted change would be the declension, which is the words that change depending on quantity or gender, as in singular, plural, maybe a quantity, and masculine or feminine. There are 4 types of changes that can be made to the nouns, adjectives, and articles in the sentences. This can change the spelling of the word, or it can change just the ending. However, 50% of the most common words used in modern English are from Old English. So Old English was present until about 1066 when William the Conqueror and the Normans conquered Britain. They spoke French with a considerable amount of German influence. So although the lower class would continue to speak Old English, the nobility would speak the new French dialect introduced after the Norman conquest. During the next 300 years or so, the lower class began to merge the 2 different languages. So although Old English was transitioning into Middle English, there are still a couple of words that were present because they either had French roots or the authors tried to reintroduce. But by the late 14th century, most of the population was speaking Middle English and would need translators to interpret Old English. So, because Middle English is a combination of 2 languages, the spelling of words was never agreed upon. Authors would use local dialect to decide how they would spell different words. And so Middle English includes different meanings, spellings, and different endings for words. There is no set system for spellings. This meant vowel selections were often common mistakes between the authors. Middle English used Spanish for their vowel pronunciation and also added the letter J. The letter E was always pronounced in words, even at the end of the word, unlike Modern English. Middle English did include accents on letters that needed to be stressed, often placed over vowels like the letter E. What I thought was interesting was that there is a letter called thorn, so it contains 5 letters to name 1 letter. And it made the sound of TH, like in Modern English. There are other letters that are similar to that. However, the most significant difference was to add an N or EN to the end of verbs. Sleepin'. That was to sleep. Also, thou was used to describe one person, while the word you would indicate indicate a group of people. So, I hope you all enjoyed this presentation of a short presentation of how modern English came to be from Old English and Middle English, and I hope you all enjoyed our English class and hope you have a Merry Christmas.